Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went there? Or struggled to recall a name you know you should remember? If that sounds familiar, don't worry, you're not losing your mind. But what if I told you there's a way to sharpen your brain and lift your mood that doesn't involve crossword puzzles or pills? It's simpler, more fun, and probably already in your DNA. Today, we're talking about dancing. Yes, dancing. Science shows that moving to music after 70 can regrow brain cells, slash dementia risk, and even outpace traditional exercise for boosting memory. And the best part? You don't need a partner, rhythm, or fancy footwork. Let's dive into the first two moves that'll have your brain firing on all cylinders. Move number 1, the name game shimmy. Turn forgetfulness into fun. Let's start with a problem we all face, forgetting names. But instead of stressing over it, let's dance through it. Here's how it works. The next time you meet someone new, create a tiny dance move linked to their name. For example, my friend Margaret met a neighbor named Rose. While shaking hands, she did a little wrist twirl, like a rose blooming, and said, "Nice to meet you, Rose." Sounds silly, right? But here's the magic. Associating movement with words strengthens neural pathways. Margaret hasn't forgotten a name since, and neither will you. Your challenge this week: practice with a grandkid, cashier, or even your pet. Bob? Do a quick toe tap. Lucy? A shoulder shimmy. It's not about perfection, it's about wiring your brain to stay sharp. And hey, if someone catches you mid-shimmy, just say you're practicing for your next dance recital. Move number 2, the kitchen counter cha-cha. Boost balance and memory in 5 minutes. Now, let's tackle balance, because nothing steals confidence faster than fearing a fall. Here's my go-to move. While waiting for the kettle to boil, hold onto the counter and practice shifting your weight from heel to toe. Then, add a cha-cha rhythm. Step tap, sway, repeat. Why does this work? Balancing activates your cerebellum, the brain's movement center, while rhythm lights up the hippocampus, your memory hub. It's like a 2-for-1 brain workout. My neighbor, Ed, 78, does this daily. Last month, he avoided a nasty slip on icy stairs because his legs remembered how to adjust mid-step. Dance saved my hips, he jokes. And it could save yours too. Now, I want you to try something today. Put on your favorite song, maybe Sinatra, disco, or even Taylor Swift, and spend 1 minute dancing however feels good. No rules. Just move. Notice how your mood lifts? That's dopamine, serotonin, and brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, teaming up to protect your mind. And if you're thinking, but I've got 2 left feet. Perfect. The clumsier you are, the harder your brain works to keep up. It's like lifting weights for your neurons. But we're just warming up. Next one, we'll break down the third move, a surprise crowd pleaser that's been shown to reverse age-related brain shrinkage in studies. Hint, it involves 0 sequins and 100% joy. We talked about shimmying through forgetfulness and changing your way to better balance. Now, it's time for the piece de resistance, the move that's been shown in studies to reverse brain shrinkage and make your heart sing. No, it's not the tango or the twist. It's simpler, sweeter, and hiding in plain sight. Move number 3, the storytelling sway. Rewire your brain with rhythm and memory. Here's how it works. Pick a song that tells a story, like "What a Wonderful World" or "Moon River." As you listen, use your body to act out the lyrics. When Louis Armstrong sings, "I see trees of green," reach your arms up like branches. For "Skies of Blue," sway gently like a breeze. Why does this work? Combining movement with storytelling forces your brain to integrate sound, memory, and motor skills. A triple threat workout for your neurons. Researchers found that seniors who danced narratively like this improved their episodic memory, think, recalling grandkids' birthdays, by 30% in just 6 weeks. Take Ruth, a 76-year-old viewer who emailed me last month. She used to forget her grocery list weekly. Now she dances her list to Boogie Shoes pantomiming apples, milk, and bread. "I haven't missed an item in months," she wrote. "And my cashier thinks I'm rehearsing for Broadway." Now, if you're thinking, "I can't dance to save my life," here's a secret: your brain doesn't care if you're graceful. In fact, the clumsier you are, the harder your prefrontal cortex works to coordinate movements, which means more cognitive bang for your buck. Start small. Tomorrow morning, brew your coffee and sway to a song while it drips. Use your non-dominant hand to stir. Crossing the midline of your body fires up both brain hemispheres. Not sure where to begin? Try Stand By Me. Step side to side, snap your fingers, and hum along. By the second chorus, you'll feel sharper and happier. But here's the real magic. These 3 moves aren't just exercises. They're celebrations of your body, your memories, and the life you've built. Every shimmy, cha-cha, and sway tells your brain, we're not done yet. And if you're worried about time? Think of it this way: 3 minutes of dancing a day is 1,095 minutes a year. That's over 18 hours of brain-boosting, mood-lifting joy. Would you trade 18 hours for a sharper mind and lighter heart? I'd bet my dancing shoes you would. Now, I want to hear from you. What song makes your feet tap automatically? Let me know in the comments. We'll crowdsource the ultimate brain-saving playlist. And if you've already tried the name game shimmy or kitchen counter cha-cha, share your wins. Did you remember a name? Nail a balance test? Your story could light a spark for someone else. But before we wrap up, let's talk about the final step: how to weave these moves into your life so they stick. Because consistency isn't about discipline, it's about delight. We've shimmied, cha-cha'd, and swayed our way through 3 brain-saving moves. Now, let's talk about how to turn these steps into a daily ritual that sticks. Because consistency isn't about discipline, it's about joy. And joy? That's something we all deserve more of. First, let's recap. The name game shimmy turns forgetfulness into fun. The kitchen counter cha-cha sharpens balance and memory. The storytelling sway rewires your brain with rhythm. But here's the golden thread. These moves work best when they're woven into your day. You don't need a schedule, just tiny moments of intention. For example, dance while your toast is toasting. Shimmy while sorting laundry. Sway during TV commercials. Studies show that microbursts of movement, even 2 to 3 minutes, are just as effective as marathon sessions. Think of it as snacking on dance. It keeps your brain hungry for more. Here's a trick: write down prompts and toss them in a jar. Ideas like, dance like you're 20 again, move to a song from your wedding day, or pretend you're teaching a grandkid the twist. Pull one each morning and let it guide your day. My neighbor, Helen, 79, keeps her jar by the coffee maker. Last week, her prompt was, dance with a kitchen utensil. She grabbed a wooden spoon, boogied to respect, and said it was the most fun she'd had since her 65th birthday cruise. My brain felt electric, she laughed. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. What if I'm not motivated? Here's the truth: some days you won't be. But instead of waiting for inspiration, create the cue. Pair dancing with something you already do. After brushing your teeth, do the kitchen counter cha-cha. Before checking the mailbox, shimmy to the door. During a phone call with a friend, sway gently while you chat. Over time, your brain will link these habits automatically. And if you skip a day, no guilt. Just dance twice tomorrow. Finally, remember this: dancing isn't just about preserving your brain, it's about reclaiming your spark. Age might change your rhythm, but it can't steal your groove. A recent Harvard study found that seniors who dance regularly report feeling 10 years younger mentally. Not because they're reversing time, but because they're embracing life. So put on those shoes, turn up the volume, and let your body remind your brain how alive you are. If this video brought you joy, hit like and share it with someone who deserves to dance through their golden years. Don't forget to subscribe. We've got more rhythm, more science, and more fun on the way. And drop a comment below. What song will you dance to today? Let's build a playlist that keeps our brains buzzing and hearts full. Here's to dancing like nobody's watching, and remembering why you walked into the room.